Pakistani army, ISI, trained Al-Qaeda and all these groups.
एक वो भी एक हमारे पाकिस्तानियों के लिए बड़े दो शर्मिंदा वाक़यात जिसमें हम सब बड़े शर्मिंदा हुए। एक हुआ जी उसामा बिन लादेन को इन्होंने अमेरिकन ने आके एबटाबाद में मार दिया, शहीद कर दिया।
After all these years, will you say it out loud in so many words that the Pakistan government of the day was aware and was in fact harboring Osama bin Laden?
It was, when we discovered the location of this compound. This compound was 3 times the size of other compounds, had 18-foot walls on one side and 12-foot walls on the other side with barbed wire around it. I find it very difficult to believe that there wasn't somebody in Pakistan who was aware of this compound. Once we found the compound, we had to make a decision whether we would share that information with Pakistan. And the president made the decision that because when we shared information with Pakistan about the location of terrorists, they were tipped off and warned and suddenly were able to disappear. Because of that concern and that lack of trust, very frankly, we decided not to inform the Pakistanis about the location of bin Laden, and we did not inform them about the operation that we conducted because we were concerned that if we did, that it was likely bin Laden would be advised to move. So because of what we did, I think we were able to be successful in the mission to go after bin Laden. I don't think there's any question that Pakistan continues to have relationship with various terrorist groups in Pakistan. We were very concerned, obviously, when we were fighting a great deal in Afghanistan, that there were terrorists who were coming across the border of Pakistan in order to attack our forces. And we continued to complain to Pakistan that they had to take steps to prevent that from happening. They never really did. And they also, I think, used terrorism as a vehicle to undermine stability, not just obviously in Afghanistan, but also in India.
When you talk about the militant groups, they still have about 30 to 40,000 armed people who have been trained and in some sort of a theater who fought either in Afghanistan, maybe in Kashmir. We had created these jihadi groups in the 80s. We had indoctrinated them in the idea of jihad, that foreign occupation in Afghanistan, it was a religious duty to fight them. So all these groups, including Al-Qaeda, had arrived in Pakistan.
हमने हिंदुस्तान को घुस के मारा है जनाब स्पीकर वहां पे। और पुलवामा में जो कामयाबी है, पुलवामा में जो हमारी कामयाबी है, वो इमरान खान की क़यादत में इस कौम की कामयाबी है।
Today, terrorism is a serious global threat and needs to be defeated by a well-considered strategy, both at the national, regional and international levels. The terrorist attack in Mumbai, carried out by a terrorist group based in Pakistan on 26 November 2008, is a classic trans-border terrorist event. I hate to admit this, but this is true.
Pakistan's University of Jihad has a long list of infamous graduates. Like Mullah Muhammad Umar, the long-time leader of the Taliban in Afghanistan, Jalaluddin Haqqani, the leader of the Haqqani network, and the 2 suspects behind the assassination of Benazir Bhutto in 2007. The clerics at this school proudly recount the notorious terrorists they have produced.
All leaders studied here. Jalaluddin Haqqani studied here. Yunus Khalis studied here. So did Muhammad Nabi Muhammadi. All the top leadership from the past were from Darul Uloom Haqqaniya. Then all those fighting were students from Darul Uloom Haqqaniya, and currently 95% of the leadership is from here.
The Darul Uloom Haqqaniya is a recruiting ground for groups like the Taliban.